Okay, just making sure this is working.
Nice. Hi, what's going on, Region 11? My name is Houston, if we haven't had a chance to meet yet, and I'm one of the co-founders of CharacterStrong. I just want to let you know, having worked with lots of different districts and areas around the country in the education world, Region 11 truly just wants so much good for you and has been one of the most helpful and supportive and communicative groups that I've ever had a chance to work with. So super grateful, and I feel like you're super lucky to have this crew. We're in my room here. I got my laundry to do there, and I just wanted to show you my screen here. I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit dirty, but the things that we focus on at CharacterStrong really have a ton to do with implementation. You know, we have all these tools at the secondary level for social emotional learning and character development. Here's a bunch of the lessons we've put out this year for our middle school and high school curriculum, and here's some of the stuff we're doing at the elementary level. But we know that no matter how good a program is like this, it doesn't really matter if you don't do implementation well, right? Something can be really shiny and even research backed, but if it sits on a shelf collecting dust virtually or not, it's not going to do much good without implementation. And organizationally, we believe so much in implementation because it's different than diffusion. Diffusion is this idea of letting it happen. I don't know if you've ever been in a situation before in education. My guess is probably where someone's like, hey, here's this program, here's the password, good luck. That's diffusion, and that's not very helpful. The second one is dissemination, which is actually a really important part of implementation. Dissemination is the people in the campus who's helping it happen, right? It's a tier 1 team or a culture team or an SEL team who's driving the work forward. But really, implementation is about making it happen. And organizationally, we think about what are the things that we can actually control. Well, we can think about what we're doing as adults in the building. So we focus a lot on those adult behavior practices, those adult relational practices at a tier 1 level. What are we doing to put an intentional and strategic focus on relationships? The second one is we think about school-wide integration, right? How are we weaving this together? Meaning, how do we take a program from just being, quote unquote, another thing on the plate to thinking about it as the plate itself? How do we make it foundational to everything that we do? And then, of course, tier 1 instruction. What are we actually teaching? I believe very deeply that we have to think about culture as external and internal. External meaning, here are the behaviors that we want. We want, of course, our students and our staff to be kind or respectful. But what are the internal things that we need to teach explicitly in order to make those external behaviors real? Well, kindness as an example, we have to teach things like empathy and emotional regulation in order to inform the external behaviors of kindness. And are we teaching those things on a tier 1 level? Last but certainly not least, how do we empower students, that peer-to-peer influence that we know is so critical, to make that buy-in or the practice of it real? I'd love to show you more. We don't have a ton of time to talk to you right now, but we get really creative in how we do these things. Our lessons aren't just linear. You can choose your own adventure. For example, I might do this activity, which I can go in person or virtual. I can come back to the main menu. I can click on picture prompts. Students can choose their way into a different image. And it's all really interactive. Pretty simple to use. And we go pre-K through 12th grade, focusing on all these different traits in a vertically aligned way that keeps it consistent and relevant all the way through. If you're looking for any sort of solution for character development in your building or social emotional learning, we think about it as a holistic approach, and we want to support you with both the program itself, making sure it's engaging and relevant, and especially relevant and adaptable to the situation we're in right now, as well as how do we put a focus on that implementation, which we know is key to the success of a real program in a school. So can't wait to talk with you more, and appreciate you being here, and hope to see you again beyond the screen soon.